Good morning and welcome to Disney's BoardWalk Resort. Today we're going to be taking a look around BoardWalk, so just the BoardWalk side. We're not going to be heading over to Swan and Dolphin or Yacht and Beach Club across the way. Just BoardWalk, seeing what you're getting here. So not a whole lot to talk about here out front, so we're going to head on in. So if you couldn't tell by said name, Disney's BoardWalk is obviously themed to the turn of the century boardwalk feel, so think like Coney Island, stuff like that. So it's going to have a lot of amenities that the other resorts won't have with dining and entertainment. Obviously not going to be included, but it is here if you get home or get back from the parks a little early and you decide you want dinner or to have a little bit of a night out. There's definitely a nightlife over here. So this is where you'll be coming to do your drop off and check-in, stuff like that. So any luggage, stuff you want to drop off before you head park your car, it's going to be right here. We're walking into the main lobby right now. So as we head in, the check-in, it's just actually going to be off to your left side. Right as you walk in, I believe there is bathrooms down that way if you're looking for bathrooms right away. There's also elevators that head down to the ground floor. That does kind of head off to one of the sides of the resort for the villas. If I didn't mention this before, this is pretty much strictly a vacation club resort. I think you can book it outside of that, but it is another DVC resort. That's just something to keep in mind. So we're here on the balcony right outside the lobby. One thing I wanted to mention just quickly, you can rent like multiple person bicycles if that's something you're looking to do. To bring you around BoardWalk, they are pretty expensive to my knowledge, so just something to keep in mind if you want to do that. We're going to be checking out the resort side of things first, and then we'll be heading out onto the BoardWalk to show you dining options and stuff like that. So interesting enough, the workout room for this resort is actually just here on the left, right as you come down the stairs from the main lobby. Just an interesting spot for it. We are passing through a shop over here that is called the Promenade. It is an art shop with like very expensive sculptures in it. I don't really care to go in it, but you can see kind of some of it right there. It's a nice art shop, and it's a nice little walk-in if you are staying here. Then on our way to the first pool. Yes, we are going to have our game room here. Your normal game room situation. It's not big. It's air conditioned. The normal situation with all that. There are restrooms on our way to the first pool. And then as we come to the left side of the resort, come across our main pool. This might be one of my favorites. I keep saying that. I feel like at some point I definitely have to make a list for you guys to outline my favorite pools, but I really like the look of this. Just quickly to give you some wayfinding. Lobby up here, we turned to the left and we went through just a little cut-in. That's the pool we're going to. And then we'll be heading up towards this pool and then the tennis courts, and then we'll end up on the left side of right side of the resort from where you walk in. So this one has some very good views of the pool, and luckily nobody's in the pool this morning because it's freezing. So it's a very, very nice pool. It's pretty big, so it's definitely going to accommodate many. And then over here is the bar situation for the pool. So they'll have small bites and stuff like that. Then obviously, as you can see in the very back, there is a slide that seems to be kind of themed to, I don't know what those are called. They're like slides where you go up to the top and you slide down. Either that or it could be wooden coaster themed. It kind of seems like it could match both, but I feel like more of that first one for me. It's a very long slide, and then you can see the stairs off to the left, and then it just comes right over here and sits right there. I do believe this pool got renovated not too long ago, so it looks pretty nice. And they added some small Mickey and Minnie cartoon stuff, so think like Runaway Railway type Mickey and Minnie. And then there also is just a little playground off to the side over there for the little ones that might not want to get in the big pool. And there's also, I think, like a tiny splash pad over there and stuff. So with this being a DVC resort, it is going to be kind of a a bit of a higher end resort with, I believe, all the rooms, if not very close to all of them, having balcony situations with seats outside and stuff like that. On our right, as we're passing, they do have a spa. So if it's colder out like it is this morning, there is that over here. Okay, it is looking like it's themed to a coaster because it does have a sign out here. I thought it kind of looked like a wooden coaster. But I think this pool has overall some really great theming. The slide is pretty large and looks pretty fun. As we're walking up this back way towards the other pool, you can see Swan and Dolphin off to the side there. So if you're staying over here, you obviously have a quick shot to Swan and Dolphin, or vice versa. This is actually the walking path to Hollywood Studios. So if you're looking to walk in the morning instead of riding a boat or anything, there is a fairly short walking path. It's not like right here, but it's probably like maybe 10 minutes at an average walk. Just a few steps down is going to be our other pool. That's going to be kind of a basic, boring pool. Not much going on. There's people in this pool, so I'm not going to get too close to film. But you can see, they just have some normal, it's a very small pool, so just keep that in mind. They have just like some Connect 4 by the pool, ping pong pool, and I'm sure there's like a few things inside, and also a bathroom. But this is definitely a much smaller resort side pool. There's also a spa by that pool, but there was people in it this morning, so didn't want to film that. As we continue along the walkway to studios, we do have actually tennis courts over here. Pretty unique to this resort. Some of the other resorts, I think, do have some smaller tennis courts. This says 2 over here, so if that's something you enjoy doing, then they're going to be right off to the side on the way to studios. So we're actually heading back towards where we came in to head into the second part of the resort. So it looks like the only way in is through the main lobby. Did want to mention, that's where we started off down there. That is, you're going to be your bus loop. So if you're staying at this resort and you're looking to take a bus over to like Animal Kingdom or Magic, it's going to be your spot. I haven't talked about other options yet, but we'll get to it when we get down to the BoardWalk area for transportation. So from the right side of the lobby, we head off over here. We have some very nice seating over here. Very nice and quaint atmosphere. I believe over here is going to be our walkway down to the outdoor area that is also going to include the pool. There's also elevators here, obviously. So this other side of the resort, as you can obviously see, is the nicer side of the resort. This is going to be, I believe, your higher end situation over here with bigger rooms. Like, I mean, even these ones have like full gardens out the front, and that's crazy. Right up to our right is going to be the pool. One thing I wanted to mention with this resort is there is a conference center here. So I've seen actually conference goers today walking around. So that's just something to keep in mind. While you're here, it might be a little bit busier if there's a conference or something going on. Don't believe there's anyone in this pool, so we should be able to film just fine, film the whole thing. Again, a very, very small pool over here, as you can see here. Decent amount of seating though. Obviously they include towels at all these poolside areas and bathrooms. And there also is a spa over here, just like most of them have it. There's not a lot more to talk about over here on this like nicer end of the resort. So if you're staying over here, good for you. But as you can see, like a lot of these rooms, I believe these bottom ones are like a big room with like their own garden out front and stuff. It's really cool looking. And this is kind of almost enclosed from BoardWalk. So the only way to really get here, from my knowledge, looking at the map, is either through the back way, I think you can come in right over there, or from the main lobby. Otherwise, you do have to come through that main lobby area. All right, so with the like room side of the resort done, obviously not a massive resort-wise. They do have some rooms facing out, and you'll see them while we're walking along the shops and stuff, facing out towards the pier. I think would be a really cool view. I guess this is a good time to talk about transportation. So other than buses, the main transportation you're gonna get here and the resorts around is gonna be a boat that runs both from Epcot and the studios. So it's a pretty nice situation there. And obviously, if you don't want to take either, walkways to both are really short, with only about 10 to 15, I would say, to studios. I think even less to Epcot. It's going to be off towards our right over there. So just something to keep in mind. Over there is obviously Yacht and Beach Club. They got some good dining over there, but more resort dining. We'll definitely check it out at another time because I think that's my favorite pool over there. As you can see behind us, here is the resort area. We're going to be heading off to the right side first. First up is the Flying Fish. I do not believe it opens till the afternoon. Actually, I think the Flying Fish might be closed right now. I think they might be relocating it at the time. I could be wrong. But otherwise, it's I think it's got live shows, dining options, stuff like that. There is I believe this is like a magic show type dining experience. Over here is going to be Blue Ribbon Corn Dogs. This opened recently. I've seen a lot of people talk about it, how much they love it. They kind of do more unique stuff over there. It's another sit-down restaurant. You're going to find a lot of sit-downs here, not as many walk-up situations. You'll find some here and there, like here at the pizza place. I believe they do have an indoor area, but they do just have a walk-up. Get a few super big slices of pizza there. Boardwalk Joe's, that's just a margarita bar off to the left there. Right in front of us is the Boardwalk Deli. This is going to be a walk-up like kind of sandwich place. They do have resort mugs here just like any of the other resorts, and this is one of the spots you can refill it. And they do have like pastries and stuff in there too. And you can actually see some of the food here outside. And they do breakfast there, so that's a good breakfast spot if you're looking for it. Boardwalk Ice Cream, obviously just an ice cream place. And then at the very end is actually the newest addition here to Boardwalk. It is Cake Bake Shop Bakery. It's a kind of, I would argue, very fancy cake situation over here. You're going to pay a large sum of money to eat there and eat any of the small cakes there or anything of the sort, or even just like a slice of cake. So just be prepared for that. I've heard good things about them, but again, just for the price, you're gonna be blown away how much those things cost, because I've seen it before. We're gonna walk over to the other side of the resort though, real quick. So we're going over here to the left side if you walk off over here. On our left initially is going to be screen door. That's going to be the general store. We'll actually walk in real quick just to show you what's in there. So within this store, you're going to find a few things. First and foremost, you're going to find some stuff for your room. Some frozen pizza, waffles, stuff like that. Some stuff to grab and go in the mornings. You can also find eggs and bacon. So if you're looking for any of those things, we'll be here on the Boardwalk. We do have a small bakery here. And they'll have some merch options, including some Disney Vacation Club stuff. That is DVC only. I do believe you have to provide your membership to DVC to purchase any of this. I wouldn't know. I'm not a member. I don't got that kind of money. And you just see some small stuff in there. You're also going to find like sunscreen, stuff that you might need, hair ties, anything like that. And here's the look at some of the Boardwalk merch. We think their merch here is pretty fun. And they also do have Boardwalk ears. Looks like a blanket? Maybe a towel. Can't really tell. It's a blanket, it's not a comfy one. And they do have a large fly too for the Boardwalk. As we head back outside, I just want to emphasize how nice this resort is just to hang out at. I mean, even if you're not staying here, this is a great nightlife resort. Come here after the parks if you're not too tired. Kind of relax a little bit. They do have another store over here. I do believe it's just another like Disney store, so if you're looking for more merch, you can find some in there. Not really a reason to go in there. They do have a pin trading wall in there, so if you're looking for any specific pins, this is a good spot to look. On our right here They do have some like midway games that open up towards the afternoon. I don't know if they're open at all right now or not. I assume they are. I've always seen them open in the afternoon. Again, some of these rooms up here are just really, really pretty. I really like this building over here. I've actually been playing Planet Coaster 2, and there's a kind of like a BoardWalk style in that game, and I built a whole area in one of my parks. Pretty similar to this with a lot of facades and stuff up with a big old surf coaster. So this is reminding me of that. We're gonna come across our last 2 spots down here. Walk towards them right now. So over here at the very end, you're gonna find Jelly Rolls in the Atlantic Dance. I could be wrong. It's either Jelly Rolls or the fish place that is closing and relocating. I think it might be Jelly Rolls. I don't know why. I feel like I've heard that more. So it's like a piano club. I've heard it's super, super nice. I think it's pretty expensive and hard to get into, but I've heard it's very, very nice. Then over here at the very end is where you're mainly going to find your nightlife. This is kind of a remnants, I feel like, of old Disney Springs, but just the dance club here. I do not believe it's family friendly. I think this is a 21 and up. Oh no, it says Thursday through Sunday is 21 up. So it seems like every other time maybe it's family friendly. You might have to do some asking. But at least Thursday to Sunday, it looks like in the afternoons it is not, and it is 21 up. That does it for this resort, just about. So we're gonna wrap up just around here. Well, that does it for this resort tour. I think overall this is a very nice resort. I've been to this resort a lot, not staying here obviously, but over the course of the time I've lived here and stuff, just for dining and just to hang out at night, because it's a very nice experience just to be here, especially at night when it cools off. It's just a really nice night atmosphere. So if you're staying here, staying at any of the surrounding resorts, or even staying on property and you want something to do in the afternoon, I would say this is a good stop. So it'll be less busy than Disney Springs. And I think it's got a good feel to it. I think Disney Springs is obviously in its league of its own, but if you're looking for something a little different, I think this is a good spot for you. So definitely go check out the rest of our resort series. Depending on where you're staying, we've done a lot of the Disney resorts so far. Not as many of the Universal, but I'm gonna try to get all 3 of them at some point. So go check out that playlist. I'll link it either above or below. So just go check those out. Check out the other resorts. And thanks for watching. I hope this video brought a little more joy into you there. And we'll see you guys next time.